I could do Bill Cosby's voice, but I can't do it anymore. But he once said, in order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. It's a quote from Bill Cosby. An epitaph is not on my gravestone, but success, it's called. He couldn't tell the butter from the brown crayon one day, so he stayed in bed. This one's supposed to be made into some sort of art book, but I haven't heard from the folks that are going to do it for a while. But anyway, I've grown to love it. It's called Astro Pig. There was nothing left of her but pubic hairs I had yet to find, teetering on the toilet rim upon the next sunrise. Before noon, by the time my carousel had stopped on that fat holiday, I discovered a non-stop rage in children, unemployed shortstops as proofreaders, and the cigarette on the chair, more fizzle than sizzle, simultaneously preventing and preparing for war. Benson and Hedges left as bait, knocked and notorious for changing my pulse. Aries, she was. We made it for one night. She called in 2 days. Said it wasn't meant to be. Something about the pig being incompatible with the snake. It's ridiculous, I know. Spin cycle. Pants looped after too many belts don't promise success or bale-free waters under dirty skies. Every mixture says don't when the balance beam broke into a foxtrot just inside the screen door where love splashes on the rocks with the sand in the glass, falling faster than angels and stockbrokers with sad suspenders, oblivious to the spring in the step of the dream-sick broad in stained sweatpants, cleaning out some boxes for the rats to prey in, the safety of their own hunger, wrapped in clover leaves and buzzed by choppers on the label of the hash can, is all I saw all day. Shut up, will ya? The vicar's got a full count and a nasty crease in his trousers. His hitting streak is on the line, and the laundromat could regurgitate on the way to actual soul music in the busboys' shuffle. Years ago, some of us were invited to read at 10,000 Poets for Change, and I have a sense of humor and don't really think that that stuff changes anything, but it was nice to be there with a lot of really cool people, and I'm a smart ass too, so I wrote this. And this is the kind of thing that you can email me and say, I can send you all the references and like the videos of the songs that I heard and all the things it was referring to, but yeah, it's, if I don't preface like that, you're just gonna think, God, what a dick. You might be right anyway. It's called Rotate Your Tires. Negative Nellies and sweet poly purebreds, he-men, bullhorns, underdogs, clicking mice and fraidy cats, cronkites, security cams and helmets, safety goggles and empathy, true love and gravel fucks, don't stop the war's hawks drop and the reign of bloody injustice in the Dust Beltistan as you flip through the channels and pages looking for the rest of the wrestling of your mind in the high-definition specs that fail to capture the cosmic slop. A wedding ring and the keys to the minivan when daddy's taken for a goose ride and we're all conked out like Mr. Van Winkle makes no nevermind to the vortex or the fishtails because the Viet Cong didn't watch the Waltons and Good Times so you could buy cheap t-shirts and scrap metal Coca-Cola cans from a Ground Zero China shop away from the bull of Wall Street. So flit around in the mind of Billy Pilgrim or pretend we fed turkeys to helpless savages and let the radios help us consider all things in mid-commute from cubicle to air-conditioned podcast Twitter feed facsimile of life. Change your tires, change your oil, change of scenery, change your mind, change for $1, loose change, sex change, feel better? Well, if you weren't full of shit, you'd be changing your pants. So there's something. If you think too much about the difference between the damage you have done and the frugality that you promise yourself, remember that shrink-wrapped vegetables and leaf blowers are fucking ridiculous. And so are you. Manageable decisions and necessary delusions at all other times? Or is it reality for you? History confirms our banality, stupidity, and destructive proclivities, and all the time pimpin' is in effect. You know what I'm saying? Bitch better have my money. Take a dose of satire when needed. Baffle the dumbass. Kiss a smartass of your liking. And prepare to be chastised. Take care of yourself. The only real control we ever have and need is with self, and the self is a fallacy. But when you can manage, remember the only commandment, according to the bag lady in the cathedral: don't be an asshole. Oops, too late? Well, here's this. Focusing on what you don't want brings it to you. So watch out. You're gonna die.